This is how not to have a good time on a bushwalk.
Talking bushwalking with Linda, you're talking bushwalking. Talking bushwalking. Talking that bushwalking.
Good morning. Today I am going on a trek around Wyaralong Dam up to Mount Joyce. And you might notice something different about my usual setup. I am backpack training. So this is my brand new backpack. So this is its trial run. It's loaded up. It's not quite as heavy as it would be for a proper overnight hike because it doesn't have as much food as I would normally pack. It's only got lunch and a few snacks for today. So yeah, let's hope I survive this. So a little bit about Wyaralong Dam. It is, I think to date, still Queensland's newest dam. It was completed in 2011 and it is an ungated dam, which just means when it reaches capacity the water just flows over the top. There is heaps to do here recreation wise, so obviously bushwalking is one of them. There's bush camping options. I'll tell you more about that later. There's mountain biking trails here. You can horse ride here. You can't bring your dog, unfortunately. There's also kayaking, canoeing, and motorized vehicle, and fishing, if that's your thing. You might need a permit for that. Yeah, so much to do here. Oh, and there's picnic facilities, toilets, whatnot. So yeah, lots to do here for this beautiful lake. So a very cool thing about Wyaralong Dam along this track is there is a walk-in picnic area just a bit under 2.5 kilometres from where you park your car, and it's a fantastic picnic area. It's got lots of tables, it's even got toilets, so that's like a big rarity. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little sit down. So while I'm at this lovely picnic area with a table, I'm gonna do some backpack maintenance because I don't feel like I've packed this particularly well. Okay. I'm unsure if I made any improvements then, but time for a snack. Ugh, there's like 5 chips in here. A cool fact that I noticed at the beginning of the trek as well is they've got these really cool bike workstation stands. So it's, if you need to do any maintenance or repairs on your bike, they've got a little stand at the beginning in the car park, and they've got one here as well. So that's really cool. Okay, so at the junction point for Mount Joyce, so if you were to continue along the track going that way, you would get to Ngumbi campground, and you can access Mount Joyce via Ngumbi campground, or go that way along the grass tree track, which is what I'm going to be doing, and I will actually loop around and come back down this track. So yeah, this is where it gets tough, guys. It's now all uphill up a mountain, so let's go. It's a black diamond, means hard. Once again, the camera is not doing this justice. That looks pretty steep up ahead. Look how slow we're moving. Oh yeah, what is that there is? They're in flower. Well, 3 of them are. That's so cool. What a cool plant. I just remembered I am on the grass tree track, so yeah, gonna be seeing a lot of Xanthorrhea grass trees. Ah, one of those trees. Those pretty trees. I don't know what it is though. Just saw a Friarbird. I love them. He's being quite cheeky. I should know this because I've seen them. They love the nectar on the Xanthorrhea flower spikes. And this cheeky little Friarbird is chasing off all the other little birds trying to get a feed. He's like, nope, these are mine. Xanthorrhea and native sarsaparilla. There's one. I'm on a really pretty section of trail with these Xanthorrheas and the big beautiful flower spikes and the lake in the background. It's very nice, and Flinders Peak and the mountain ranges on the other side. Wow. Oh boy, I can see what's coming up ahead and no. Ew. Kill it with fire. Actually, no, that doesn't work. It's a fun fact about the invasive weed, prickly pear, which is a cacti type thing. Australia has no native cacti, FYI. It's an introduced species, and it took hold of Australia's landscape and went, hell yeah! So it became a very big problem. And the solution to it was the introduction of, I think there were wasps that, I think they maybe lay their eggs or they do something to it that kills it from the inside, and it's the only thing that's managed to keep them in control. And that program was so successful, in fact, that is what led to the introduction of the cane toad to manage the beetle, the cane beetle. That was an epic failure. Wow, what a view. So, if you're ever a bit nervous about doing mountain hikes or uphill hikes, just remember, one foot in front of the other. Doesn't matter how slow you go, you'll get there eventually. Look how slow I'm going. I'm not going to win a race, but I'll make it. I'll get there. Don't you worry. Plus, the slower you go, the more time you have to notice your surroundings and admire the beauty of it. Straight ahead. Okay, it's getting real steep now. Still got a ways to go. I'm so close, yet so far. Oh god, look how red my face is. Wow. Oh. I wonder if this is the place I once sat, looking real sad on this track. Please let this be the top. Yay! Oh yeah, I made it. Whew. Wow. Well, made it to the top of Mount Joyce. What a view. Oh, it's so amazing. So I'm gonna sit here on this awesome rock that I'm sitting on. Have my very squashed wrap for lunch. Oh. Where's the hike? Let's play Name That Peak. So over here we have Mount Lindsay, that big old boy there, Mount Barney. And if we come across over here, we can see Mount Greville, that's one between those two peaks. So Lake Muga is just behind there. And we got Mount Mitchell, Mount Cordell and Cunningham's Gap. Okay, so finished up at Mount Joyce. What a view up there. I think it's a very underrated hike. Those views, almost unmatched. I think that's one of my favorite viewpoints around in the Brisbane area, so yeah, check it out. It looks like a crazy creature. What it smells like. I don't know why I did that. I have a really bad sense of smell, so I couldn't smell anything. Check it out, it's Mount Joyce. Hey Mount Joyce. Thanks for letting me be on you. Wait, that didn't sound right. So next we're gonna hike back down a different path that we came up, and we'll swing by the Ngumbi campground and check that out. Oh, holy hell, this is steep. All the mountain peaks have all but disappeared except Mount Barney right in the background. Could still just make him out. Oh my gosh, that was so steep coming down Mount Joyce. I'm glad my knees made it through that. I don't know how they have, but they have. Yay! Made it to the junction. We want to go straight ahead to go home, but we're going to make a quick stop to the Ngumbi campground, which is this away. Here we are, the old school. There's the toilet. You got some water tanks. All right, let's check out the inside of this old school. And if you want to, down there, that's your path to the lake. And that would be, if you came in via paddlecraft, that's where you would come up. So yeah, this is it, the old school at Ngumbi campground. How awesome, look at that view, huh? Wow. So that's our tour of the old school at the Ngumbi campground. And yeah, usually I think you'd pitch your tent on the grass, pick a spot, and yeah, this is a free campsite and it's no booking, it's just first in, best dressed. So yeah, it's a pretty cool spot. And yeah, as I mentioned, you can walk down to the lake. I don't have time for that. I am running out of light fast. So I've got to like hoof it back to the car while the sun is still here. Too much dilly-dallying. Now I've got to walk fast, which is not my favourite thing to do. I've got about probably 7 kilometres to walk back to the car, so hopefully I get there before the sun goes down. So, little story. I camped at the Ngumbi campground a couple of years ago, and it was when I was just starting to get into overnight hiking. So I was a real novice at this point, and if you just do the track in to the campground, which is the one I'm following now, it's very easy, it's pretty flat most of the way, and so it's a very doable, easy first timer overnight hike. It is a 7 kilometre walk in, but yeah, and I remember other people camped there that night, and they were saying how they had come around up Mount Joyce and back down, and they're camping for the night, and I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy. I just couldn't believe it. Like, you climbed a mountain with a loaded backpack. So that was wild to me. And just goes to show, you know, how much stuff can change. Like, I'm now doing more than that. I'm not even stopping to camp. I'm going all the way back through again. So you never know where you're gonna end up in a few years with just a little bit of persistence, courage, and just getting yourself out there. You know, climbing up and down Mount Joyce like that is like pretty easy and a normal thing to do for a lot of people, but it was never something that I felt capable of, and yet here I am. This is my new normal now, so you never know. Even when you think that's an impossible thing that you can't ever achieve, don't give up. You might be there one day. Ah, fudge. Obstacles, I don't have time for obstacles. Oh my god. Oh no, I'm sliding down the log. Oh my gosh. Oh, why do you do this, Linda? Plan ahead. I started this walk at 10:15, which is way too late. But that's because I'm always so unorganized. Oh, get your act together, Linda. 3.7. No time for sitting. I do have a headlamp in here, so if it does get dark, I will have light, as long as I remember to charge it. Oh my gosh, I'm losing light so fast. Oh my gosh. I don't think I can keep up the pace. I'm slowing down because my feet are just, oh, they're killing me. They're killing me. But on the bright side, I have come to the realization that it's not as dark as it appears because I forgot I'm wearing sunglasses. So it's a little bit lighter, so, oh my god. I'm only at the junction. That's where I turned off to go up Mount Joyce. Just past the picnic area. So about 2.2 kilometers to go. I'm stuck here. I'm gonna be sleeping here tonight. This is how not to have a good time on a bushwalk. How beautiful is this though? Oh my gosh. I have 1 kilometer to go. No time. Wow, he is big. I'm nearly there. 100, or maybe a couple of 100 meters to go. It's about 5 past. I made it. Oh, seeing those kangaroos, that was really special. I don't know why, but it made me feel like everything's okay.
Talking bushwalking, talking bushwalking.